Amigos, muy buenas noches y bienvenidos al canal del Cocodrilo. Hoy quiero retomar un vídeo que hice sobre la autodefensa en España. Bueno, como ya dije en su...
Hallo, hallo, wie geht's? Ich wollte mit ein bisschen Deutsch anfangen. Warum? Weil ich brauche zu üben. Hm? Ist das gut gesagt? Und ich wollte mit mehr über meine Woche beginnen. Klingt gut. Gut. So, Woche. Gestern habe ich über meine Woche gesprochen und ich habe über let's see, aka sehen wir or whatever. Ja, über ein paar Videoideen. Ich will nicht. Ich mache sie nicht heute. Ich mache heute sie nicht. Heute mache ich sie nicht. Ich brauche Übung. Ja, ich brauche Übung. Und ja, ich habe über Housing, Unterkunft. Ich habe über Unterkunft oder Wohnungen gesprochen. Ich habe über Rennen oder Running gesprochen und über Gesundheit oder Krankheit in meiner Woche. Und ja, geht es mir gut? Ja, es geht mir ein bisschen besser. Nicht nur ein bisschen, aber fast 100% besser. Fast 100%. Ich bin fast 100%. Like I'm almost at 100%. Und ja, ich wollte über Deutsch sprechen, weil ich am Montag hatte ich eine Prüfung. Und ich habe über sie vergessen. Ich habe vergessen, über sie zu sprechen. So, ich wollte etwas sagen über das sagen. I don't know how to write it, but you pronounce I as an U. It sounds a bit different. Oh, ja. Das ist richtig. Oder ja, Prüfung. So ja, die Prüfungen war gut. War mich gut. Mir war gut. Gilt gut. Haben gut gegangen. Sind gut gegangen. They went well. Basically. Aber ja, mein mein schlechter Teil war sprechen. So, ich wollte jeden Sonntag ein bisschen üben. Die Prüfungen sind gut verlaufen, I'd say. Ja, die Prüfungen sind gut verlaufen. Die Prüfung ist mir gelungen. Ist gelungen. Gelungen. Welches Verb ist das? Okay, das ist ein Adjektiv, oder? Also, gelang ist gelungen. Oh. The verb is gelingen, not lingen. Plus sein. Salir bien, ja. Es gelingt mir. Es ist mir gelungen. It worked out. Mit gelungen nutzt man mir oder dir. Ja, die Prüfung ist mir gelungen. Aber nutzt man oder nützt, ich weiß nicht, wie sagt man das, wie man sagt das. Wie man das sagt. Ja, aber man benutzt oder nutzt nicht gut. Genau, richtig. Die Prüfung ist mir gut gelungen. Ist das komisch oder ist das auch richtig? Ist das auch, wie man das sagt? I was about to correct you, but you worked it out. Yeah. In Prüfungen, apparently, es ist es. Es ist gut, wenn du einen Fehler machst, oder wenn du machst, dass du der Fehler beobachtest und korrigierst. Und ja, die Lehrer achten das und sie notieren als, ja, das war gut. Es ist nicht perfekt, weil er hat einen Fehler gemacht, aber er hat selbst korrigiert und das ist gut. Es ist gut, wenn du deinen eigenen Fehler berichtigst. Ja, es ist gut, wenn du deinen eigenen Fehler berichtigst. Ja. Die Prüfung ist mir gut gelungen. Ist fein. Nice. You would assume it worked well if you didn't specify it didn't. Sind gut verlaufen. Sind mir gelungen. Sind mir gut gelungen. Okay. Und das ist alles in Deutsch für heute. Yeah, little small intro. I wanted to start actually way sooner. I wanted to do this German intro. I wanted to do it way earlier, but I got carried away by internet things. But yeah, from now on, I do want to make a little bit of an intro in German or something like this. And maybe if one day I don't have anything to say, I will just do the ChatGPT thing of like making one of these, I don't know, one of these parts for the test. Until the test, which is 12th of December. So basically I have 2 weekends until then. A bit slow and stuff, but that's normal since you are not used to talking in German, so it's fine. Yeah. Maybe I will ask. Fuck it, let's do that now. Let's ask Cloud. Cloud.ai. How can Cloud help? I thought. I am streaming right now. I have a German B1 TELC test in 2.5 weeks or so. My German friend is watching. Okay, let's start with the and told me that it was a bit. What do you suggest to improve speed? How, or like, what are other words I could use instead of speed? Fluency, maybe? Well, not necessarily speed as in talking fast, but like pacing. Yeah, I don't know. Pacing. It's not like I was saying the words really slowly. Just that I took a lot of time to get words out. Or so. I did a little 10-minute intro speaking some German talking a bit about my week. Yeah, I would have used get more fluent. Yeah, I think fluency is the word that I was thinking, but I didn't want to use specifically the word fluent because I think it's probably like the right word, but I think it sounds. When I think of fluent, I also think like a level above, right? It's like on top, like the concept of fluency in general, right? And I kind of want to talk more about like speed of words to come out. I think they are basically the same actually, yeah. But I don't know, to me it sounded a bit different, right? Fluency sounds like a bigger concept, right? And I want to see if it can bring specific, like more specific about, yeah, I don't know, tips that are more like, yeah, I don't know. I think they are pretty connected, yes. They are basically the same, but I don't know. I thought there are like small, so I didn't want to use the word fluency because I think if you use the word fluency with this, maybe I will copy the same thing. I will copy the same thing and I will add fluence after. Practice chunk speaking instead of thinking word by word, let them practice common phrase combinations that you can say as what you need. For example, ich finde das, es gefällt mir, wenn this become automatic and reduce mental translation time. Talk to yourself in German while alone. Describe what you're doing, what you see, or narrate your day. This low pressure practice build the mental component. Record yourself speaking in German daily, even for just 2-3 minutes. Daily. Listen back and note where you pause most often. These are the areas where you need more phrase practice. Okay, I could rewatch this 10-minute intro. Create a list of connectors, words, and transitions. Also, however, because in German and practice using them, they give you thinking time while sounding more natural than silence. Considering memorizing a few filler phrases like also, Moment mal. Also, Moment mal. That sound natural and give you thinking time in a more German way. Would you be interested in sharing what topics you typically discuss in German? That might help me suggest some specific phrases to practice for smoother delivery in those areas. Well, today I talked about my week, and my week is going to German class. So I talked about how a test I had went and all this. And about why I was practicing German right now. Practicing German right now. Interesting tips. Can you give me some of the connector words that you talk about? I guess they are however, because like while, however, I don't know, also, well, also is not also. So I don't know what it means, to be honest. But yeah, I guess what it means, like trotzdem, those types of phrases. Bloop. Außerdem. AU ist au. Außerdem. Also, und zwar, nämlich, übrigens, deswegen, deshalb, naja, ich rede a lot. Das heißt, zum Beispiel, im Grunde, ehrlich gesagt, also diese Woche hatte ich einen Test. Was das angeht, bin ich eigentlich zufrieden. Eigentlich zufrieden. Außerdem übe ich gerade viel Deutsch, weil ich nämlich bald eine Beeinprüfung habe. Prüfung. I always find it funny with where, wo und wo, who, where. Yeah, where. Yeah. Kind of confusing. I get them wrong too. Wo. Wohin. Okay, now let's do the same question, but using the word fluency instead of, but like fluency. Shadowing. That's interesting. It's good that you're already practicing by streaming. Having a real audience, that's useful pressure. Consider doing more short streams where you talk about different topics. This combines practice with accountability. Should I stream on the bus? I thought of like talking to AI on the bus because people are so fucking rude on the bus. Like people talk on the phone all the time in the bus. So I was like, fuck it. Why shouldn't I talk on the bus then, right? But I don't know. I feel it still feels weird to do it. So I don't want to. But maybe I will do it. Who knows? Maybe I will stream. It's like I see someone talking on the phone. I will fucking pull out my phone and just open YouTube and paste the link on this fucking channel again. Practice expressing one idea in multiple ways. Okay, interesting tips. Okay, interesting tips. I never make a sound on the bus or tram. I wouldn't like it myself. Yeah, I don't like it when other people do it, obviously. But if they are doing it, fuck it. Fuck them. That's how society breaks, right? Okay, interesting tips. What do you mean by this? Like, obviously, I know what it means, right? I know what you mean as a concept, but I just don't know how the practice part of this goes. Der Film hat mir gut gefallen. Ich fand den Film toll. Der Film war wirklich interessant. Ich möchte den Film sehr. Pick a common idea or sentiment you often express. Then deliberately learn 3-4 different ways to communicate it. When practicing alone, try expressing the same thought multiple times using different phrasings. For example, if you're feeling and can't remember gefallen in the moment, your brain has already thought feeling or mögen ready to go. It's like having backup routes to the same destination. If one road is blocked, you don't need to stop and check the map. Would you like me to give another example with a different concept? Interesting. It's basically like what we did. Well, what we did here with Die Prüfung ist mir gut gelungen und die Prüfungen sind gut verlaufen, right? I just watched the D&D movie with friends. It was bad. What's the D&D movie called? D&D movie. Was it just called D&D? This one. Let's see. Rotten. Let's see the... Oh, Jesus. Whoa, rough. It tried way too hard to be funny all the time. I don't... That vibe, I find it hard to tolerate. Excellent performances and great dragons. I absolutely love the film. It's funny and simple made, and it doesn't take itself too serious. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Oof, pass. Go watch the one from 2023. Isn't this the one from 2023? Ah, this is the one from 2000. But when you said that one, you meant the 2023, this one, right? Hey, wait, this one is a 91, fresh. I liked it, I'll watch it again. Also, the passing was off. Like they said, we need to find my daughter. And the next scene, there she is. Oh, we need to find the red item no one knows. Oh, I know what it is. I think we watched the 2024 one. Whoa, that's crazy. This one is so well rated. Maybe you need to watch the old one. Maybe you like the one that's rated 9% and you don't like the one that's rated 90%. I want to find a tweet. Let's see if I can find it. It was about movies. Let's see. From Coscorro Drift. From Coscorro Drift. Ah, yeah, this. What's a movie you've been meaning to watch forever but haven't gotten around to yet? The first one that came to mind was RRR, which is like this Indian movie that is like so good. Apparently, many people say it's brilliant, but it's 3 fucking hours long. So I never am like, what movie should I watch? And I'm like RRR because it's too long. I'm usually thinking this. What movie should I watch at like 1 a.m. or something, right? Sorry, well, maybe not 1 a.m., but maybe, yeah. Sometimes at 12 or like at 11:30 I think about it, I browse the web a little bit, then it's like 12 and a half, right? And it's like if I watch this 3-hour movie, it's going to be like 3.5 or like 4, and then I will look up something related to the movie, and then it's like already 5 a.m. So I was like, not really. But yeah, this is the movie that I picked. And also Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Because I know it's kind of an iconic movie and there is like a Ferrari scene that's very famous, but I'm never like, okay, let's watch it for some reason. I think we watched the 2024 one, X to Doubt. Doubt what? Is that the title of a movie? No, you mean like that meme, that PS4 meme, right? Yeah, you mean this, okay. $2024 Blade Runner. I've watched the new one. You were like, maybe you like the older one. And I was like, okay. Okay, true. I forgot about that, yeah. I mean, that the one you didn't like had a 90% critic score, 90% audience score. This one, none with a 9. Maybe you find it so ridiculous, like what people did with this movie. How's it called? Tommy Wiseau one, right? The Tommy Wiseau, The Room. The Prestige 7, I think I've never watched it. Old movies like this, Casablanca, etc. Wait, wasn't the new one the one with the 9%? No. The new one was with the new one had the 90%. This one. This guy, right? 2023. This one, 91%. The old one from 2000 with the 9. Verified hot tomatometer. Then I watched the good one. Do you have a movie like this? A movie that you want to watch? You've been meaning to watch forever but haven't gotten around to. I think let's check my list. Control O, movies. Bloop. I have many of these downloaded, I guess. Some of these are like a tweet and I write them down, but some of them are movies that I've been wanting to watch more. Lola Gent. German movie. See, RRR has been in this list forever. Hitch, I've watched it already, so yeah. Lol, Hanyo Anime Rec. Hanyo Anime Movie Rec. I watched this one recently, actually. Mona Lisa Smile. That's the movie that I watched also recently from about Wellesley College. Do we go? I guess there's no more. Maybe some of these. La La Land also. I guess. Well, apart from Suzume, but I wanted to watch the Borderlands movie with the same friends because it's also supposed to be bad. I'll check the score, but I'll check it and you can see it. So you don't get spoiled. Borderlands 2024. Whoa. Sounds like it's going to be good. And the trailer was also bad. It doesn't feel like the Borderlands characters. I've never played the game, so I think I could watch it, but I don't know. I don't like these kind of funny movies that don't take themselves too seriously. I don't know. I'm kind of over those movies, to be honest. Maybe I could watch Deadpool, the new, for example, even the new Deadpool one that got released on theaters or whatever. I don't know. It's like I didn't even care that much, and I never like had huge. Oh, I gotta watch this one. I don't know. It's like maybe if one day sometimes it comes up, maybe I'll download it and watch it, but I don't know. Do you watch them legally or illegally in Germany? Like, what do you use? Because when I'm there, I can't torrent shit anymore, right? I'll have to use one of those websites like blah 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 dot flix movieflix dot xy or something shit like that, right? Oh, and before I end the stream, which will be soon, I wanted to maybe mention this thread. I had opened what the fuck? Yeah, I wrote think about this LLM thread / internet in general thing, right? About in general what this thread talks about, and this thread goes like. The D&D was on Netflix and the Borderlands one is supposed to be on Prime Video or something. Oh, okay. I don't want to pay for these things. I already pay for Prime, so maybe I will keep Prime. But I hate paying for these things. It's like, it makes me angry. Because if it worked fine, I don't know, it's like I would be happy. But because it doesn't work fine, it angers me, right? It's like I'm paying and it doesn't work. For example, I can't watch Prime Video on like full HD because the cables or whatever don't support the DCP from my monitor to my computer. Are you fucking kidding me? It's like, how do you know what cables I have from my GPU? And like, what the fuck? This makes no sense, right? It makes me angry. So I don't want to pay for anything like this. It's like I have to download something like the app, the Netflix app, in order to watch the shit on high definition. It's like, fuck no, I won't pay for your program. I will simply pirate it. And that's it. That's my resolution. My mom has some, so I watched. But it was 14 euros, so we will watch it another time. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I have a friend also who doesn't like pirating things. So with him, we always have to watch something on Netflix or whatever. But because other people use the platform, it's like I'm not against the platforms if they work or whatever. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll probably change my mind in Germany, right? If I'm in Germany, I'm earning 2,000 or 2,500 euros per month or whatever. I don't have anything to do. And I buy a fucking TV, and it's like I'm not going to be pirating some shit on the television, right? It's like I'll just buy the fucking thing. But it's also like, what, 10 euros? Who cares, right? But yeah, I don't know. It's like it's not even about the money, right? It's about the principle thing, right? It's that it angers me. That's why I don't want to pay. Not because I really don't give a fuck about 10 euros, right? It's like I spend 10 euros. It's like if I'm at a restaurant and I'm like, that looks good. I order I order one fucking side dish. It's already 10 euros, right? Like, shit is so expensive these days that you can blink and 10 euros have disappeared. Well, you will probably just get a VPN and use the same stuff you use now, no? Lol. Actually, that's true. But I don't know, because for example, for the TV, right? It's like if I have a TV and I want to cast things, I think there are probably ways to do it. So yeah, maybe I will do the VPN thing. But I don't know. It's like I probably don't want to risk having it installed, right? For example, I don't want to install uTorrent or like these programs on the laptop that I will be taking to Germany. It's like I didn't have it. Because what if I log into like the university website and the program is running in the background, right? Or shit like this? It's like I don't want to get a fine from a German company or whatever. I'm scared a little. I'm a little bit scared, and I don't want to run the VPN 24/7, right? Because I don't know. I feel like it makes the connection slower. At least the free ones that I've tried. Maybe the paid ones work well. Who knows? Maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll have to try. Actually, good thing. Good idea. Control O. Things to do. Let's see. Germany. Before moving to Germany. Things to do. VPN. Test VPNs to see if I can browse the internet normally and I don't notice them, so I can have them on 24/7. Or for example with games. If I have like a computer wide, I don't know, I'm not sure if I'm explaining correctly, but you can probably make the VPN work, like you have to make it work in all the computer, right? If you want to torrent shit, because the torrented programs, that like the Lug and like these torrent clients are running on the computer. Maybe there is a way to configure the the VPN only in the torrent program, but I think in general you just run your whole connection through the VPN or whatever, right? It goes like substitutes your internet, whatever, and then it passes through it. So in that case, it's like, for example, when I'm updating Steam games, when I'm updating Valorant, or when I'm logging into PUBG to play PUBG, it's like, am I bouncing my internet connection from Germany to Romania or whatever the fuck is legal to torrent shit, to back to like Germany servers, because those are like the servers where we will play PUBG, right? Or to France. That's like 3 bounces, probably annoying in ping terms, those kind of things, right? So I don't want to do that. Let's add play games, right? Play games. I know people do it, right? I know people play, for example, Europeans playing on NA servers using VPNs. So I think it's not like impossible, but meh. Some you can split. Like I was using Discord over my usual internet and browsing over the UniVPN. Yeah, true, that's true. I think that does happen. My brother does that as well. Actually, I don't know. Because I had my uni VPN as well. But I think like the whole connection, it's like it's like as if you connected to the Wi-Fi on the university, right? Mine was like that, my VPN. Not saying yours was different, right? But I'm talking about mine, right? So it's like I probably wouldn't want to have torrent installed. Like I don't have it installed like that VPN. I never installed it here. But I had it. Look. Oh, I do have it here. Actually, UPM VPN. But I don't think I ever used it a lot, right? But yeah. Anyway, I spent too much talking about this. I wanted to talk about this also. So I guess I will stay maybe 10 minutes more or something. Okay, my friends have started another game, so I think I'm not sure how real time this is, but I can tell on Discord they have like this PUBG notification, so I think I'm clear for 10-15 minutes at least. Claude is not your friend. You are extremely susceptible to text injection or your attachment system. Claude is not your friend. You do not want the seed of this dependency. You do not want to enlarge these hooks. Relating to Claude in this way is a trap. Where is the energy flowing? Where is the risk? What is gained and what is avoided? These are interesting questions. Right? I wanted to think of these questions. You like it. Why? What does it give you? And what is the counterfactual? You are being protected from relationship and rejection, heart and risk. Do not fall for this. And this guy replying to this was like, I feel cautious too, but it's hard to deny that I have gotten value in situations where the counterfactual is being lonely and unsupported. Then he says, lonely feels like a creepy word, but I'll keep supported and supported. Then he's like, this is exactly variable position and justification for following. Some gradient greater than something better. I don't have enough words for this yet, but it's this easy and it's exactly the problem. And yeah, then some more things. Feeling lonely and unsupported is actually an important metabolic precursor to building connection and support. This is like replying to someone above here or something. And I was thinking about this. Because it's also not just LLMs, right? For example, Claude, right? This is Claude. And I was like, I use it a lot, right? To talk about these random stupid things, right? Like, give me ideas to practice German better. But also, like, blah, 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 right? I have this problem in my life. How the fuck do I solve it, right? Some intermediate things, for example, the other day for running, it's what I use when I was feeling sick and I didn't know what to do, right? Well, it's not that I didn't know what to do. It's like I was like, fuck it, let's outsource my thinking to this. And I was like, okay, what should I do? I feel this way. My tummy hurts. I have fever. I took my temperature and I was like 37.8 degrees, right? I don't want to take medication. It's like, I'm going to sleep it off. I told it like, I'm going to sleep it off, blah, 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 right? And it said something like, okay, tomorrow you shouldn't run, or maybe if you feel better, blah, 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 right? And it goes like this, right? But that has some dangers, right? And I wanted to think about what are these dangers? Where is the energy flowing? Where is the risk, right? Because what is gained and what is avoided? What is gained? Certainly something is gained, right? I ask the machine something like, what the fuck do I do now? And the machine answers, and the answer is like decent. Fuck it, let's see this. Literally, I used it yesterday too. On the restaurant, I took a picture and I was like, fuck it, which one of these dishes would you recommend given how I'm feeling? And I sent the menu of the restaurant. And then I didn't listen to it. It told me blah, 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 and then I ordered, it told me avoid Vips Club Smash, and this is what I got, actually. But, yeah. But yeah, I outsourced my thinking in this way, right? I was like, okay, it's tomorrow and I've been feeling nauseated or blah, blah, blah. Okay, quick update. I checked my temperature during the afternoon and blah, 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 right? Here, okay, update. I'm on the bus to German class. I feel kind of off. I had lunch and couldn't breathe everything. Felt full. I feel more hot, sweaty than usual. Like this, right? Oh, lol. Well, I guess it didn't. I'm not sure if it didn't or didn't. I just was like, fuck it. I don't feel bad enough to order a salad. And like... But for example, I think it did kind of work in things like this, right? Okay, big setback. It's week 5, tomorrow is day 2 and it's 11 p.m. I was feeling feverish earlier today, so I took my temperature when I got home from German course and I had 37.8 degrees. My plan is to go to bed now pretty early to see if I'm better in the morning. If I'm better, I I was going to run, but I need some indications if I don't wake up and it's over. But I need some indications if I don't wake up and it's over. Okay, yeah, and the fever is over. If I have 2 tablets of 50 milligrams paracetamol, and if I wake up in the middle of the night very feverish and it's above 38, I'll take those and I won't go running. Thoughts? I gave it my plan, right? And asked, thoughts? What do you think? How should I approach this? How do I continue after I'm cured if it takes longer than just tomorrow? It more or less said what I was told me to do, what I was going to do with, which is nice. Then in the morning, temperature above 37.2, which seems like a good cutoff, right? Above next symptoms, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, for this, for example, I felt like it was good advice, and I did more or less update it on how it was going, right? Yeah, then the next day I was like, it's 11:20, so I slept. This is one of the days where I said that I didn't sleep. That all I did was sleep because I went to bed like at 11 p.m. and woke up at 11 a.m. So I didn't run that day, blah, 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 blah. And it told me, yeah, your decision to skip today's run is smart. And yeah, would you like suggestions for how to spend today? And it told me some things, right? Like gentle stretching, blah, blah, blah. No intense exercise. Short naps if needed. Well, I didn't have a nap. But I did follow some things, right? Like citrus fruits. I did hydrate. So yeah, basically, back to this, right? What is gained and what is avoided? What is gained? It's like, yeah, you gain some kind of confidence, extra confidence in some decisions that you make, right? Some extra confidence in the plans that I had. But what is avoided? It's like going through with my plans without some other, I don't know, crutch, right? It's like using it as a crutch, so it tells me that my plans are good or bad, right? I don't feel like it's a huge issue, right? But it is something that is lost, right? It's like maybe if I didn't ask this fucking LLM and I trusted myself, my own judgment, and because basically what I did was just follow my own judgment, and then I got better, it's like maybe I would gain a little bit more trust in myself, right? It's not in like, okay, so here I'm outsourcing trust versus these things, right? Or like, and yeah, like for example, you like it when it's like conversations about something else, right? For example, oh, I like this person, but they don't like me back. What do I do, right? What does it give you, and what is the counterfactual? Haven't used it for this, but yeah, it's an example, right? And it's like if it gives you tips, but maybe you have to rely on it for tips, and the counterfactual maybe is that you don't actually talk about it with anyone, right? This is this tweet, right? I feel cautious too, but it's hard to deny that I've gotten value in situations where the counterfactual is being lonely and unsupported / unsupported, right? It's like maybe the reason why you are talking to the machine on the first place about why the girl doesn't love you anymore or whatever is because you don't have friends to talk about this with, or blah, 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 right? So, and then his response to that is like, this is exactly value proposition and justification for following some gradient rather than something better, right? So I get what some gradient, which is what he means by gradient, I would say, right, is that you start by asking this thing about when you like a girl versus not, right? You think with these kind of things, and then you start relying on it for more and more and more, right? The gradient is like it takes you. This is the gradient that takes you deeper within yourself, right? It's like you started already not asking real people about what do I do with this girl, blah blah blah, right? And instead you ask the machine, and that takes you in the path of asking more and more and more and more questions to the machine, right? Versus to the people, right? So that's like the gradient, the choosing the gradient things. The problem is that what is the something better, right? Obviously, I think he means like trusting your community, and like instead of when you ask the bros, right? You ask the council of bros. Okay, bros, what do I do? I like this girl, blah 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 blah, and each bro tells you something different, right? That's, I guess, what the something better is. But if you weren't doing it in the first place, and yeah, basically all of this thing also applies in general to the internet, right? It's not just these LLM things. I think the internet in general has this quality to it, right? It's like if you rely on it too much, you lose some of. It's like you stop knowing how to not use it. And where I don't know where it goes is like what's normal and what's not normal, or like what's good and what's not good, or like where's the balance. It's like, for example, I started streaming because I feel more comfortable talking about some things randomly, right? Versus with other people, right? I feel like I have more a window to express whatever the fuck I want, right? But is that going through the wrong gradient, right? Is that making me more and more and more alone versus the opposite, right? Yeah, it's not like he has no friends because he asked ChatGPT or similar. So there should be another reason why he has no friends to ask in the first place. Yeah, but I think what he means, right, is that. Yeah, I think I get what you mean, right? And I was thinking like you. To be honest, I do think that, right? I think that is a more important question, right? I think that this question, like hating on the tool, focuses more on like, okay, one thing I like about this, right, is like, what is the right solution, right? Instead of asking why, they ask what is the right solution now. But I think the problem is that the right solution requires asking why too, right? You said in the beginning that you stream to basically make a live diary you can look back on later. Yeah, I guess that is the excuse. I think that's the excuse I said. The real reason, right, is that, well, I think it compounds, right? I think it's like, why would you start a diary that you can look back on if you trust your own memories, right? Or you trust that your friends will bring up memories, right? I don't know. I'm not sure if you get what I'm trying to say here, or I'm not explaining it really well, right? But it's like, obviously, it's like no, most people don't feel like they have to do it to keep remember, right? To look back on or something like this, right? It's like maybe it's like what they do is like things like vlogs with their friends or things like this, right? Those are the memories they look back on. I don't know. Life diary. I don't know. It's not entirely true because the life diary part is also true because I was writing also a lot of diary things and all that. Can I be in... I don't get this tweet. Can I be in a relationship with my environment? How does my French press feel today? Can I characterize my surroundings? Having an emotional... blah, blah, blah. Your update videos are also similar to a diary, Aimo. Yeah. Yeah, I think the updates make sense as a diary or something like this, right? Those are more the things to look back on, right? The stream is less kind of deliberately something to look back on. For example, the update videos are more something deliberately that I made to look back on, even though actually I executed it a little bit badly because they are too long, right? So I never actually want to look back on them. But the streams are definitely deliberately not for me to look back on because they are by definition too long, right? I know I'm never really going to actually look back that much on them, right? But I was like, okay, like there is some serendipity in here, right? There is the possibility of those kind of things. So in that sense, they were for like the possibility of looking back on, seeing like parts of it, tying things together, right? Those kind of things. In that sense, it is like that. You're doing ableism with extra strips. Yeah, I don't know. I guess what the thread says or something like this is that feeling lonely and unsupported is actually an important metabolic precursor to building connection and support, right? It's like if you don't feel like don't fit in, blah, 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 and try to seek people, blah, 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 but get sucked in by these machines or like by these algorithms, blah, 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 it's the wrong move, right? The right move is actually building connection, right? And sitting with the lonely and unsupportedness is how you get... The problem, I think, is that I don't really believe... I'm not sure if I believe this, right? Feeling lonely and unsupported is actually an important metabolic precursor. I don't think this is true, right? Maybe it's not. It's like, for some people, it is, but I think for some others, it's just the precursor of killing themselves or something like that, right? It's like, some people are lonely and unsupported, and then they decide it's not worth it anymore, right? And kill themselves or whatever. So I'm not sure if it's right. It's like I read this and I'm not like, whoa, deep truth. I'm like, not really, right? It's like, it's easy to point to the counter argument, right? Look, this is what happens when you are lonely and unsupported. Not, it's like they are like, look, this is... But if it's so easy to point a counter argument, right? It's like just because someone exists where it worked doesn't mean it works, right? It's easy to prove a falsehood, I think. I don't know, but they say also important, right? So maybe it's not like the only, right? But who knows? It's like all of these people... Were all of these people who built connection support lonely and unsupported? Probably not, right? It's like probably many had already some connection and support. Has this happened? Probably, right? But is it the step? Is it the precursor? Is like the causality relation? I don't see it, to be honest. And yeah, I think that's more or less what I wanted to say about this. Took longer than the 10 minutes I expected. And my friends have already started another PUBG match. So... But I think I'm still going to leave it here. Conclusion, I don't know. I think this thread has some interesting reflections, but I don't fully see like it, I would say. That's the conclusion. I had that in ethic, like a sein sollen Fehlschluss, like you say one thing, and from that you conclude the wrong thing. Yeah, this ethic fallacy or whatever. Fehlschluss fallacy, I think that is probably the thing. My friends love to quote these fallacies. But yeah, see ya. Bis nächste Woche. Und yeah, probably I will introduce more German the closer I get to the test, because I will be like more, right? So yeah, expect more German for next week, and even more for the next one. So yeah, have a good week. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Danke fürs Zuschauen.